Hi, I'm Mark Orwoll, and I'm at it again. Thanks for showing up. Take a look at this and be right back here. Love that song. Okay, thanks for arriving at Mark Orwoll is at it again, and this time we're talking about Cafe Octex, Cafe Octagons. And let me explain. On a recent visit to Berlin, I was impressed with a renovated open-air urinal next to the French Cathedral in the Gendarmenmarkt, arguably the most beautiful square in the German capital. The location is fitting, as this particular pissoir, now, you know, the Germans have adopted the French word, much as they once tried to adopt France's Alsace-Lorraine. Anyway, it's one of the most beautiful of its kind. Berlin was feeling the urban squeeze in the 1870s as its population rapidly expanded. And as often happens in overpopulated cities, see New York, people often pee in inappropriate places, bushes, building courtyards, or in New York, the side of Trump Tower. So Berlin City Councilor Karl Theodor Rospott came up with the idea of the sidewalk pissoir. My source on that, by the way, is some dude on YouTube. Probably he stole this idea from France, which had invented something similar more than 3 decades earlier. By 1895, they were going up like weeds in May. By the 1920s, there were some 140 of them throughout the city. Today, there are only a handful still operating. Built of steel and painted the traditional hunter green, the Gendarmenmarkt public convenience is sturdy without being merely utilitarian. The building's 8-sided construction, stamped with shell and flower medallions, is another traditional feature, giving rise to the generic nickname Café Octec, or Café Octagon. The ornate cupola, featuring horizontal grillwork, serves as both a practical venting system and an aesthetically pleasing addition. The paravan, which screens the doorway and gives a measure of privacy to the individuals within, is topped with lanterns that would be equally at home in the courtyard of a stately manor. The Gendarmenmarkt lavatory is unusual in that it serves both genders. Most others are for gents only. Which leads me to post this important notice for Berlin pissoir clients. Damen does not mean the men, and Herren does not mean for her. You're welcome. Another antique toilet that serves both genders can be found under the S-Bahn tracks at the Schlesisches station in Berlin's Kreuzberg neighborhood. To be specific, it serves hamburgers to both genders. The elaborate Findecycle Temple of Ease is now Burgermeister, the founding location of a European-wide chain and today the most popular burger place in town. Sabrail Carabelli passed by the structure one day in 2003. It was closed, locked, rusting, scheduled to be dismantled and hauled away to a public works warehouse. As anyone who has seen an old abandoned toilet knows, the first thing that pops into your head is, maybe I can sell burgers here. Despite what you may think, taking over a decrepit steel toilet under a railroad bridge in a rough neighborhood and then turning it into a successful fast food eatery isn't as easy as it sounds. City officials at first thought Carabelli was joking. Then they had doubts that it could be done. One official told him that, quote, there was a risk to open a fast food joint on such a traffic island at this crossroad. Smart official. After seemingly endless restoration and city bureaucracy, Burgermeister finally opened. Fortunately, the timing was perfect, just 6 months before the World Cup held in Germany in 2006. Soccer fans from around the world discovered the toilet burgers and lined up for blocks. Tour guides started bringing their groups there to see the curiosity. Several movies have filmed scenes there. Sadly, like Burgermeister before Carabelli came to the rescue, a growing number of 19th century café octex have been gated or fenced and left to rust, with no Burgermeister wannabe waiting in the wings to salvage them. In their place, you will often find a new, modern species of comfort station. Some of them charge a fee of about €1, which is about $25 US, more or less. So be prepared to carry some pocket change with you. Their doors lock. They probably pipe in chamber music through Blaupunkt ceiling speakers. Many Berliners consider these new-style garderobes an improvement. But more improvements often mean more things that need more fixing more often. Example, there's a modern public toilet on the far side of the French cathedral. A recent visitor found it had been closed for several days for repairs. The antique one, though, on the other end of the square, was open for business, as it probably is at this very moment. It's free. It's clean. It's handsomely designed, and it's nearly always available. And it serves its purpose well, as I can personally attest, even if it doesn't serve cheeseburgers. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Mark Orwoll. I've been at it again. Come back next week and see what's on the menu.
Let the swing begin. Mark Orwoll is at it again, and that cat is swinging. Yeah, that cat is swinging. The party don't stop when Mark's in the spin.